Hi everyone, this is my video for Unit 1. I'm sorry, I was having some issues with the slideshow presenting fully, but also showing my video. So I hope that you can read this sort of little box in the middle because that's what I'll be going over. So you have two assignments due this week. The first one is going to be your introductory post, which is a little bit more informal. Just want to kind of get to know you and also get to know who your classmates are, especially because this is an online class and we don't have that face-to-face interaction. And then the second assignment that you will be doing this week is a personal narrative. And so basically, a narrative is something that tells a story. And this is going to be a personal story that you're going to tell. So I wanted to kind of go through a couple of to-dos on this and maybe just give you some tips and some tricks on what it is that we're looking for, because you're going to be your first essay for English 101. So a personal narrative does include a couple of main points. First, you're always going to have an introduction, which is what's going to give the background. Okay. And then you are also going to detail one moment. So this is sort of a tricky one. You want to make sure that you're not covering, let's say, the entire span of you being in high school, but maybe one moment or one event that happened that kind of represents or meant something to you. And then a concluding paragraph, which will wrap it up and sum up what this moment meant to you. How did that affect you? Did that change you? Did that make you part of who you are today? And that's going to be in the concluding paragraph. So again, you're going to think about it as body introduction at the very beginning, which is going to introduce the background. Then the main paragraphs are all going to be about that one moment. And then your concluding paragraph wraps it up for today. And I've also included a sample in the reading links for you to take a look at as well, just to kind of give you an idea of the way that it should be ordered. So you might wonder, okay, how do I spend 3 paragraphs detailing one moment? Well, you want to talk about what you saw, what you heard, what you smelled, what you felt in that moment, these things. Be creative. This is probably one of the only really creative writing type of assignments in this class. So take the liberty and have fun with it. Describe some things. Describe what you saw in that moment. Describe maybe who you were with or what you felt. But again, just you want to make sure you're heavily focused on that one moment for the majority of the essay. A couple of reminders are to make sure that you are using MLA formatting. And I've included a video. I personally find Google Docs easier to use than Microsoft Word. And I also like that you can use Google Docs from any device, but it's really up to you. I've included a video on how to set up MLA format in Google Docs. That way you can set it up once and just be done for the rest of your essays. But that is part of the grading rubric, so you want to make sure that you're including MLA formatting. You also want to check for grammar. This isn't the first one. The first assignment is not I'm not a huge stickler for grammar the first assignment. We're going to kind of go over in another video next week on how to revise. But what I do want to show you is a really helpful website that I like. And what I'm going to do first is show you the example. And again, this is linked. So this is an example that I linked, and feel free to read through it. It's just a sample assignment. And you can kind of see here I made some comments on each portion of it. Again, just read through it, take a look at it. But something that I would use for grammar is go ahead and hopefully you can see this actually now that I'm thinking about it. Okay, sorry about that. Back to the window. Okay, so one thing that you can do is go to grammarly.com. This is just an option, but it helps me with grammar. I actually have the extension installed. So you can see here I'm going to log into my account. If you don't already have one, you can create one. There's a free version, which is sufficient, so don't worry about paying for the premium. So I'm going to log in with my Google account. Okay. And I'm going to hit new. And you can either upload the file that you're working on, or you can just paste it into the box. and it will actually start to give you some suggestions here on the side. So the premium is the one that you pay for, but you don't need to worry about that. But you can kind of see here, it's giving me one for preposition. So I'm going to accept that change. Here it's going to tell me I'm using the wrong word choice. I used worse instead of worst. So I'm going to accept it. Again, same thing here, a different correctness. And you can accept all of it. And so it's actually correcting a lot of the really, the basic grammar things. And it's giving you a good grammar check. So I would recommend using this if you can. You can also use the Google Docs grammar if you'd like to use that, but I find that Grammarly catches more. And then once you're done, you can upload it into Canvas. I'm sorry. So that's what's going to be due this week. I didn't want to do heavy coursework this week because, well, first it's a short week. And then also, I think we're all kind of trying to familiarize ourselves with Canvas, especially with the little hiccup at first of not being able to access it on the first day. So I was not able to upload what I wanted to upload for the first day of class. But hopefully this helps. If you have any questions, there is at the bottom of each page, there should be something that says about your instructor. And I have all my contact information in there. Feel free to message me on Canvas. That's the easiest way probably. But you can also call me or give me a text message or send me an email if you have any questions. And I look forward to reading everybody's personal narrative.